welcome, my fellow people who will not pay full retail price for anything. Good for you. We are taking a look at cell phones, which also leads us into a conversation about cell phone plans and cell phone providers. So be careful. We've got several things working. We're starting at the beginning point of looking at what kind of phone we would like. I think for the purposes of this conversation, it would be interesting for you to go to compare-cellphones.org. So spelled out, that's COMPARE dash, that's the little keyboard button that's beside the zero on your keyboard top, and then CELPHONES.org. You come to this page, you can put in information on putting things like head-to-head comparisons. I chose a Samsung phone, just it's in the news a lot lately. I've got a couple friends that really like them. Taking a Samsung Galaxy 3S, so it's one generation back. Again, knowing that if I don't buy the latest and greatest model of a phone, I might be able to score a deal. There are some companies that are notorious for discontinuing things. Like, for instance, the iPhone has come out with a 5 at the time of this recording and is getting ready to discontinue that and get a 5S. Lovely. So let's pretend that we're looking at a 4S. So we're talking about 1 to 2 generations behind. Click Compare. This takes you to a new screen. Alright, so now we can see the two phones side by side. The Samsung is on the left and the iPhone's on the right. It's got a nice little pretend picture display. Starts with reasons to consider your first phone, reasons to consider a phone that you're looking at. Interesting to see what they're willing to talk about. And then pros and cons compared to recent cell phones or cell phones that you've searched for in the past. And down at the very bottom, we've got some pictures of what it looks like, and then we can also look at what other phones this would be similar to. Okay, so just interesting to look through. When you are out at retail sites, a lot of times they're going to try to walk you through the entire process, which isn't a bad way to price shop. So for instance, if we're looking at the S4, so that's the latest, we're looking at one generation back. You can see right there, we've got a 2-year contract involved, which we'll talk about in a different screencast, but there's the difference, $249 versus $99. So you can either spend $250 plus tax, means you'll be out the door for what, $275, $280, depending on your sales tax rate, or $100. You're out the door for $110, maybe as much as $115. Interesting to consider. Happy shopping with cash.